At the Global Humane Conservation Fund of Africa, our mission is to conserve, rewild and protect Africa's wildlife in wilderness areas. Supporting this mission is our Water for Wildlife program, aimed at improving the welfare of wildlife affected by water shortages due to prolonged dry seasons and drought. The Khaza Transfrontier Conservation Area is currently experiencing a severe drought. As the largest terrestrial conservation area on the planet, it is critical for our species, which has altered the natural world significantly, to step in for other species, such as hippos, giraffe, lions and elephants. In 2024, we've expanded our Water for Wildlife program into Zimbabwe's Hwange National Park. About the size of Connecticut, Hwange is Zimbabwe's largest national park, and it serves as an elephant stronghold within the Khaza Transfrontier Conservation Area.
So hopefully we're coming towards the end of a prolonged drought. We've been in the El Nino for the last several years and seen significantly reduced rainfall in the Hwange National Park. This year the rainfall has only been about 180 millimeters, so well below average. We should only be seeing this sort of reduction in grass cover going in from sort of September, October, whereas now it's been, for the last month, it started drying out significantly in July. So going into our dry season, you'd expect to see about 55,000 elephant coming back into the Hwange National Park. This year we believe we're going to see a marked increase on that. Botswana, our neighbor, also had very, very low rainfall, and we know that natural surface water doesn't exist currently. We noticed that here in Hwange National Park, where natural pan systems historically at this time of the year would have had water, are completely dry. You know, with the onset of human population, climate change, you know, human encroachment on historical migratory routes, elephant have been confined to these, you know, last sort of bastions of natural landscapes. And through that, during the dry periods, during the winter months, it had become necessary to pump water. And this is where we come in as Friends of Hwange, where we have become the custodians and guardians on behalf of our national parks to maintain and take care of all water points. On average, we manage about 45 boreholes in the park, all of which are under solar. But with the increase in elephant populations within the park, we are finding that a lot of these boreholes aren't keeping up with demand. So what we've started doing is implementing battery packs or battery systems that can charge up during the day off the back of the solar systems that we have in place, and then essentially pump up to about 11, 12 o'clock at night. This giving us a little bit more pumping hour and a little bit less pressure on the actual pan. Without the additional water being pumped into these pans off the battery system, we essentially would lose the pan altogether. And in that, we are very, very reliant on organizations like Global Humane Conservation Fund of Africa. As part of our management plan on a day-to-day basis, we will traverse hundreds of kilometers, not only to check water levels, but also to check if any species, such as elephant, have gotten stuck in the mud, especially during our dry periods where water levels are low and mud content is high. On behalf of Friends of Hwange, I'd like to extend our deepest gratitude and thanks to Global Humane Conservation Fund of Africa for their support and continued support in the help and preservation of iconic species like elephant and other wildlife.
If you're inspired to support our Water for Wildlife program, please consider donating to the Global Humane Conservation Fund of Africa to help us save these elephants and other wildlife, and to see them through the drought period and preserve these wildlife species for future generations.